All right, so it is December 14th, Team SB call. Tonight we're talking about crazy cool goals. And I know that we're at the end of 2016, which is freaking crazy. We have so much exciting stuff going on right now. So it's time to really start thinking about what we want to accomplish next year. It's never too early to start thinking about your 2017 goals. And honestly, I hope that you guys were starting to already think about them, because this is one of those things where I remember being in this position, like sitting this time last year and like sitting down and recording a video of myself, talking to myself and being like, where do I want to be 1 year from now? Like, what do I want my situation to be like? Where do I want to be financially? And 1 year ago, guys, this is crazy to say, but 1 year ago, I was still in corporate America. I still had a job I hated. I was watching my team collapse around me. I advanced somebody to 1-star diamond who was falling apart. We were 2 weeks away from locking in elite qualification for my coach. And I was about to lose rank and ruin it for the entire team. That's where I was a year ago. And I told myself, I said, I will not let that ever happen again. I'm going to always be prepared and I'm going to dream bigger. And I told myself that I was going to make incredible things happen in 2016. And I honestly have goosebumps when I say that I accomplished a lot this year. And it was all because I set goals for myself and I decided that I was going to go for it this year. And I hope that with this call, I hope that when you go through, I'm nerdy, I make PowerPoints, I'm so type A, and if you're my PS coaches, you know that. So I want to go through this step by step with you guys.
What did you do with my?
You guys left. Okay. I want to go through this step by step with you guys to make sure that you guys are setting these goals for yourselves in 2017. Because if you're setting goals that don't scare the living shit out of you, they're not good enough. They have to be goals that make you kind of sit there and go oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What would my life be like if I actually accomplished this? And this Beachbody is not your life, guys, but it is the avenue to making these things happen for you. Last year, I was a girl that was going to get married, that was 7 months away from her wedding day. I was a girl that was basically, in 1 week from today, would be walking into my boss's office to hand her my resignation. I had no idea where I'd be a year from then, but I knew that I had big plans and I wasn't going to settle for less than what I deserved. So I'm hoping that tonight's call shows you guys that it's really important to be proactive. And at the end of the call, I have a lot of exciting announcements, because I was telling the girls on the elite call, whenever you're really sick, you can bring a notepad to bed, and all of a sudden this beautiful masterpiece will come of all your thoughts. And I started thinking about what I wanted 2017 to be like for our team and what I wanted to focus on, because as the leader of this team, I need to be making sure I'm passing on my vision so that you guys can see this and you guys can create your visions for your teams and we can see where we're going to go. Because I'm telling you what, I am the kind of girl, and I hope you guys know this about me by now, but when I have my mindset to something, I'm going for it. When I know that I want something bad enough, this girl's going for it. And I hope that you guys are ready to rally with me, because this isn't about me, this is about us. And I promise you, if we can rally together over the next year, every single one of you on this call will be in a completely different place come this time next year, which is some pretty cool feeling. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Well, first off, like I said, I'm sorry, but I'm so type A that I have to have slides when it comes to stuff like this, because that's just how I am. So I'm going to go through these with you guys one by one. You can take notes as you go, but I will post these slides on our team page. So if you want to take extra stuff down, go ahead. All right. Crazy cool goals for 2017. Can I get a thumbs up if you can see this? Okay, awesome. All right, so first off, it might sound self-explanatory. It may sound annoying. It may sound boring, but it is time to reflect on your why. Now, I've told you guys this on our first call. This is going to be changing all the time. And if you guys come on here right now and say that your why is the same thing that it was when you first signed up as a coach, and I'll give the new coaches an exception to this, If you say that your why is the same as the first day you came on as a coach, you have to really, really dig deep here. It is time to reflect on why you're here again. What drives you in this business? What is the vision that you have for your life? Where do you see yourself this year in 2017? Are you an elite coach? Are you a Success Club All-Star? Are you a Success Club legend? Have you helped 100 people get a transformation? Are you leaving your full-time job? Are you paying for your wedding in cash? Are you going on the honeymoon of your dreams? What is it that's happening for you this year? Are you paying off credit cards? Are you building a team of your own? What is it? What do you want to accomplish? You have to write it down. You have to know this. You have to. You have to be descriptive, like down to the nitty gritty. Like if I'm going to be a 5-star diamond coach, like let me just ask you a question now. If I'm going to be a 5-star diamond coach, do I have the people on my team right now that are going to get me to 5-star? Last year, I had to ask myself that question. I didn't. I did not have those people, right? So I had to figure out what I was going to do to make that happen. And guys, like I said, dream big. We have to dream so big. Nothing is out of reach. What is it? Are you paying off credit card? Like I said, are you saving? Do you have did you get a commission check for $700? Like, what was it? What do you want to accomplish this year? What is your why? Really dig deep and figure that out. And it's not just because you want to help people. Okay, that might be the external why. There's 2 different kinds of whys, an internal why and an external why. And your external why might be, I want to help 100 people get a transformation, right? But your internal why is, I need to be making $1,500 a week to leave my full-time job, or month to leave my full-time job. What is it that's going to fuel your fire? So post in the comment section, what is your big 2017 goal? If you don't have this specifically yet, just say, just give me something you would really, really like to accomplish in 2017. And I want it to be hairy, scary, and nuts, where it's like, oh my God, this happened, I would shit myself. Awesome, elite team. Elite 2007, wow, we got 2 people going for elite. Shitting myself just typing it. Be elite too. Leah's room for elite. Awesome. Being a diamond coach and quitting your full-time job. Okay, Jordan, you'll hit emerald in like a week. Diamond, awesome. Getting to diamond, great. 1-star diamond, great. Awesome. Okay. And the thing is Elite 2017, for my bills, and then some so I can have my wedding this year. Amazing why. Love it. Love it. Okay. Awesome. These are great. And you guys, I want you to look through these. You have to look at your teammates right now and see the dreams they have. Building a team of my own, not having to worry about paying loans. This stuff, and like if your PS coaches are writing this stuff in the comment section, be aware of it. Be aware of it, because it is your job as their upline coach to make sure that they can make it, you can help them make it happen. And what it is our jobs as your upline coaches is to make us realize that we need to take the necessary steps to like help you guys achieve these things. Because all this stuff on here, building a team of your own, not paying loans when you graduated, making equal money to your husband, 2-star diamond, all-star, or Success Club all-star, affording your bills, elite, 1-star diamond, quitting your full-time job. This stuff is people's like driving force, guys. This is like, I'm scrolling through this, and if you guys don't have goosebumps looking at the dreams that your teammate has, like that is like, we have to be so fired up about the fact that every single one of you can leave 2017 with these goals. Like you can achieve these things. So that's why I call them, wouldn't it be crazy cool if goals. It's so overwhelming, guys, to think about the big picture. Because if we look at that, if we look at elite, if we look at diamond, we look at 2-star diamond, we look at not our paying off loans, we look to making however much money our husbands are making, it can get really overwhelming, and it can get overwhelming really fast. Because you can put diamond up on a screen, and then somebody who's shooting for diamond can be like, holy shit, that seems so far away. And while that giant vision sounds extremely amazing, and every single one of you will accomplish this, We can't just go to sleep, wake up the next morning and expect it to be our reality, right? We know that we're going to have to work for it. It takes steps, guidance, goal setting, and reverse engineering. So while this is a goal, and if you're my personally sponsored coach, you know, guys, that I do this with you. And you're probably going to see my method come up as we're going through this. But you have to have your goals, and we need to reverse engineer them and give you baby steps to make those big goals a giant reality. So what that takes is setting your brain into smaller time frames. So this is going to make everything way less overwhelming and seem way more attainable. So I know that my coaches actually that are diamond coaches can probably speak to this. When they wanted to be a diamond coach and they told me they wanted to be a diamond coach, I said, great, let's get you to Emerald 2, right? Let's help you get your next 2 people. Let's help you get your next 2 people after that. Because if we sit there and we stare at this giant goal, it's going to scare the shit out of us. If you have this crazy awesome 2017 goal, then fantastic. But now let's start talking short term. So at the end of 2017, you want to be a 2-star diamond coach. But you know what you have to achieve before then? 1 star. You have to achieve diamond. You have to recruit coaches. You have to continue to hit Success Club. So I'm saying is taking these big goals and making them smaller. So instead of having this year goal, which is all the stuff that you posted in this chat box, but we're talking now 30, 60, or 90 days. Talking about weeks. If you guys do mentoring with me, you know we do weeks. 2-week goals to break it in to get to that big goal. So here's an example. Here are my goals this year. I'm going to show you some of my goals this year, and I'm going to show you how I can break these down. So I want you guys to kind of notice the way that I do this, and you're going to be doing these with your goals. Write a list of 10 it would be crazy cool if goals. It would be crazy cool if I was a 2-star diamond. It would be crazy cool if blank. What's one thing you guys can post in the chat box that you notice about the end of all these goals? Anybody? Dates. There's a date. There is a date that this has to be done by, and that is the way that your crazy cool if goals need to go. So number 1, I am representing Team Simply Beautiful at Leadership in Las Vegas in November. I double my reporter income by December 31st. I am an organizational leader on the leadership ladder by December 31st. I have 100 transformations in my binder by December 31st. Team Simply Beautiful is a top 50 elite ×2 by December 31st. I am making $1,500 a week minimum in my business by December 31st. I help 5 coaches create Star Diamond businesses by December 31st. I have 5 elite premier coaches on Team Simply Beautiful by December 31st. And Team Simply Beautiful has a total of 18 plus coaches by December 31st. And Martha asked, is this for Beachbody or also personal? You can do this for both. I have a list of personal goals too in my life also. For these ones, I'm just specifically talking Beachbody. But yes, I highly recommend that there are some, you guys have like 10 goals that you're achieving for yourself. So like I have a whole different vision board in regards to like a car that I would like to purchase or credit card, or obviously I have my credit cards on here, but like programs I'd like to complete, different things like that. Set your own personal goals also. But look at this and be specific. Guys, these goals make me want to shit my pants. This is hard work. This is going to take me a lot of hard work. And if I sit there and I stare at these 10 goals, I'm like, holy shit, I have so much work to do. So how do I make this simple? Oh, before we get to how we make this simple. What you're going to do is you're going to go through your top 10 goals, okay? And guys, I got this from Shalene Johnson, who is a genius. So this shit works. This is exactly what I did in 2016. You're going to go through those top 10 goals and you're going to write 2 to 3 words that are required to make those goals a reality. So number 1 was what? I'm representing Team Simply Beautiful at Leadership in Las Vegas in November. That's going to take consistency by me, good leadership, right? Things like that. Number 2, I double my reporter income by December 31st. That's going to take belief, accountability, consistency, finances. So I'm just picking different words. I'm doing that for all 10 goals. And then what words that I notice coming up the most is where my personal development needs to be in 2017. Does that make sense, guys? So if I'm like, shit, I'm noticing that consistency is coming up a lot. So I'm looking for a book like The Compound Effect, or I'm noticing that leadership is coming up a lot. So I'm going to be reading books on leadership. Success Club is a good given for all of them. Recruiting, training. So I'm going to be going through and redoing trainings and different stuff like that. So find certain 2 to 3 words that are going to be required to make these goals happen. Highlight the ones that you see popping up over and over again, and those are the ones you're going to want to put a lot of focus into in 2017 in regard to your personal development. The next thing you want to ask yourself is, what one goal out of all 10 would make the rest happen naturally? Okay? And this is called your push goal. So looking at all of this, again, this is a lot. Like I'm saying, I'm literally kind of like, and I've actually put these goals for my actual goal board on this thing. So this is exactly what I'm shooting for this year, or some of the things I'm shooting for this year. If I had to look at this would you guys say if I accomplished one thing on this list, it would make everything else happen naturally? And obviously I know that one of them on there is the one it probably is, but like, I hope that you guys know what it is. But which one, if you looked at all of them, would make everything else a reality? It would just happen naturally. Amen. Leah got it right after that. Organizational leader. Okay? And I don't know why the L's in the second line. But I know I pulled this off of, does everybody first off know, let me stop the screen share for a second. Does everybody know what the leadership ladder is? If you log into your Coach Online office and there's that little Success Club box in the middle of the page and you click on the tab that says leadership ladder, it's going to tell you where you're at now and how to get to the next rung. I will be making sure in 2017, I'm going to be talking about this, we're going to be putting a huge emphasis on the leadership ladder in 2017. And so, we'll have a whole separate call on that, so don't freak out about that yet. But I'm just going to show you, again, go back to showing you what the organizational ladder would be. So in order to be an organizational leader, I need to be making $2,500 a month. I need to be hitting Success Club 5. I need to be at least a 2-star diamond. I need to have at least 6 coaches a month with 1 Success Club point on the board. My week leg volume needs to be at 15,000, and I need to advance 2 team leaders, personally sponsored coaches or team leaders. So if I accomplish this, that is going to make sure, that means that I'm a 5-star diamond, right? So I'm at leadership. I've doubled my income because my week leg volume is at 15,000. That's pulling in some money, okay? So I'm doubling that. I am, with the 100 transformations in my binder, if I'm hitting Success Club 5 at least every single month, that is helping me with my 100 transformations in my binder. Team Simply Beautiful being a top 50 elite team, that's going to happen naturally because of this category right here, helping my coaches become team leaders, right? Making $1,500 a week minimum in the business, having my volume increase is really going to help with that. Paying off 4 major credit cards is going to come because I'm making $1,500 a week in the business. 5 coaches creating star diamond businesses, et cetera, that's all coming from advancing team leaders and having a total of 18 plus diamond coaches in our entire organization, again, from creating duplication. Does that make sense, guys? How I took those 10 goals and I picked the one. So now I'm not focusing on 10 goals anymore. I'm focusing on one thing, this right here. If I can become an organizational leader, all that other stuff on that goal board that's terrifying to me is going to just happen naturally. Any questions on that so far? Does that make sense? Okay, awesome. So after you do that, and again, I'm going to be placing these slides in our team page, so don't freak out. So at this point, we now have picked our top 10 goals. We've identified the certain the certain things we need to be focusing on in regards to each of those goals, so we can pick out our personal development. And then we pick our push goal, so we know what one thing is going to help us accomplish all the other things. Now we can accomplish everything else we need to. So it's time to start reverse engineering that big, giant goal and make my to-do list to get to organizational leader even smaller. So how you do that? It's going to come with brainstorming and a lot of research. Every random idea that comes to mind, write it down. So sit back and ask yourself, like, what do I need to do? And this is not something you're going to do in one afternoon. This is going to take a little bit of time. I sat down last year with a notebook and I filled out like 5 to 6 pages. What do I need to do in order to make this happen? So recruit 3 to 5 coaches a month. Hit Success Club 10. How do I hit Success Club 10? I have to do this, this, and this. Like, I'm talking every single thing I'm going to need to do. Like posting on social media, consistency, finishing personal development books, creating duplication. We need to identify what we need to do first. And here's the kicker. If the idea is going to take you longer than 20 minutes, it's more than one step. So Success Club 10, that's not one step. That is, how do we break this down? I need to help at least 1 to 2 people a week, right? In order to achieve this. How do I do that? I need to send out 5 invitations every single day so I can ensure that at least one person is going to say yes. You see how detailed I am getting in regard to like how to do this. And you'll do this all the time. And then you're going to be setting a goal to complete 2 tasks off that list every day. If you do more than that, you will get discouraged. You will be upset. You will give up. So if you're shooting for Success Club 10, maybe you're doing your 10. I mean, obviously your invites are like, this does not include your vital behaviors. So just throw that out the window right now. It's not like I'm going to invite 5 people today and not invite for another week. Like, that's not how this works. These are the things that are outside of your vital behaviors. But once you do this, you're going to have a giant blueprint of what you need to do for the next however long you do it. So for me, I personally do this by month. Okay, so I do it by looking at it as like, if I do like October, and I'll show you this in a second once I finish this, but I do it by literally like going through by month and breaking it down exactly what I need to do every single week. I have a blueprint and I know exactly what I need to accomplish and focus on that week. So a couple examples. If I'm going for organizational leader, doing the BAT daily, that's not going to take me that's like, you have to break that down farther. That takes me more than 20 minutes. So inviting 5 people to a challenge group a day, adding 5 people to Facebook, 8 social media posts, whatever, breaking it down smaller, hitting Success Club 10 minimum monthly and creating a Success Club culture on my team, right? So it's not just stopping with me. My coaches need to be doing it and they need to be teaching their coaches to do it. So I'm bringing on at least 1 to 2 people a week and getting them in a challenge group to help them get the best results possible. And I'm teaching my team the importance of doing the same thing. So that way it's passed on down the line. Other options, duplication, right? Helping my coaches understand what I'm doing, training them to teach their teams, creating independent teams. Developing diamond coaches, weekly mentoring, work closely with emeralds, new coaches, level up program, setting small goals with them, working on what they want to achieve. Stacking my weak leg, creating duplication on the weak leg to get it to 15,000. So I'm sitting here and I'm really starting to figure out exactly what I personally need to do in order to achieve this. And I'm going to pop up how detailed I get with this, and you guys are more than welcome to. I'll share this with you. And this is what I do every single month. So here's what I did in October. Can you guys see this? So my goals in October of this year, I gave my top 10 goals, and then look what I did. I broke it down by week. So I knew that in October 1st to 5th, I'd have Success Club in my account. This requires inviting at least 5 people a day, starting relationships with 15 people daily. Help 3 discount coaches get started on their journey. Load up CBC2. Help 3 coaches get on the Success Club board. 2 non-personally sponsored coaches get on the Success Club board. So I'm not talking with my coaches. I'm focusing on helping my coaches help their coaches. Mentoring calls. I'm not going to go through all these, but do you see how detailed I'm getting in regards to my roadmap every month? It's the same thing. So I have my yearly goals, but now I have my monthly goals. So I'm not looking at Success Club 6 in my account. I'm looking at, or 16, I'm looking at in week 1, Success Club 6. Week 2, I'm going to get to 10. So I'm adding 2 more people. Then putting somebody in Zach's account. Then I'm getting to 14. So I'm literally like putting them $200 on my credit cards. I'm trying to pay so I literally am doing like breaking it down by like millimeter on what I need to do every single person to accomplish. So mentoring calls, I even talk about like Emily is striving to achieve diamond. So I was like, okay, I need to be working closely with Emily during this time of the week or whatever. Different things like that. So that's how detailed I get on that. Does that make sense, everybody? And again, this is not something that you do in like an hour. Like this is something that's going to take you some time because you're going to do this for your entire year. And then January comes and it's like, okay, what are the 10 things that I need to do that are going to get me closer to my big goal this month? And now what do I need to do to achieve those 10 goals? And I promise you guys, I did this every month this year. And look at what our team has accomplished. And I hope you guys see that it didn't stop with me and my personally sponsored coaches. You could see through every single roadmap where I would be like, Stephanie, get on a mentoring call with Stephanie, see how Monica and Kristen are doing, see what they need from me, reaching out. And Monica, I even reached out to her and like messaged her, like, this doesn't stop like at me. Like it was like, okay, we have big goals as a team. Like, how do we need to achieve this? Okay, almost done. It's a quick one tonight. All right. So ask for help and do your research. The cool thing about Beachbody is that we have a lot of people in this network that have accomplished what you are going for. Whether that be diamond, whether that be star diamond, whether that be emerald. Guys, if you see people in the team page getting recognized for what you're hoping to achieve, reach out to them. Ask them how they did it. You guys don't need to just ask your upline all the time. Like if you're shooting for emerald, go over to Rebecca, who didn't even realize she had emerald when she did, and be like, how did you do it? You know? Or the other girl over here who just achieved, or Erica, just achieved Success Club 10 or Success Club 5 All-Star. You want to know how she did it? Ask her. You know, like use each other. Stephanie, Rebecca, Erica, you want to go for Elite 2000, and Leah, you're going for Elite 2017? Guess who's about to do that this year with her team? Me, Natalie. Ask us how we did it. Because guess what? The cool thing about Beachbody, and has anybody read Girl Code? You have to help other women, okay? We are not selfish with information. That's the biggest misconception out there, is that we need to keep all of this information to ourselves. That is so false. Women empower women. And I am more than happy, if you guys are in my $200 in a week group right now, I literally am handing you what I do every day on a silver platter. Like, I don't hide information. Like, we need to be empowering each other, like seriously. So find YouTube videos that are associated with your goal. If you're wanting to achieve Success Club 10 All-Star, YouTube how somebody did it. YouTube how people have hit Success Club every month. If you're trying to achieve Elite, go and find people that have done it before. Ask or YouTube their names. Christina Delgado, Melanie Mitro, Natalie Bailey, right? Elizabeth Hartkey, all these people out there that are in our organization. Google how they, or YouTube videos, and ask them how, like, watch how they did it. Search blogs, books, podcasts on the topic. Become a student of your goal and know how to achieve it. Even though, like, it might not be about Beachbody, like John Maxwell talking about leadership or things like that. Like, if you're struggling if you're trying to hit Elite, you obviously know that you're going to need to focus on leadership this year, right? You're going to need to grow as a leader. So what are you going to be researching out there? Well, first, you're going to be talking to good leaders. You're going to be YouTubing things. You're going to go out and find books and podcasts on leadership, right? You want to become a student of your goal and become obsessed with it. That why that you guys were thinking about at the beginning of this call, I want you to be obsessed with your why. I want you to be obsessed with this goal and then learn everything about it. Scheduling an interview with somebody who has done it. Guys, I did this before. Whenever I was trying to quit my job, I messaged 4 different coaches who recently left their full-time jobs, and I asked them if they would get on a Zoom with me and talk to me about it. And guess what? Women help women. They empower each other, and they say yes. Danielle Whitford got on the phone with me. Rachel Colil got on the phone with me, and this was back before everybody was like where they are right now, you know? And like Danielle is a successful coach right now. She was a successful coach then. People want to help other people. So like whatever it is you're going for, ask somebody. Can we get on the phone? Like my coach, Natalie, she built her entire organization after it collapsed, and she's pushing for elite right now again, and she's so close to hitting it. Message her when she's done with this qualification, obviously, and trying to get her life back together. Message her and be like, hey, Nat, like, do you mind if we get on the phone so I can ask you a couple questions? You know, like whatever it is out there. I know like Rebecca, for instance, is getting married. She's looking on a way to really boost that brand right now. Guess who just got married and used that as her brand for a year, right? Schedule a call with me and talk to me about ads. Talk to me about how I brought in all these people. A majority of my team are those people that I brought in from that ad, you know, so you never know. Figure out what you can do to speed up the process. Can you delegate? It's really funny, guys. I actually am having a coach online office training with Zach very soon. Zach is going to learn how to go into the coach online office and run reports and check my numbers, because I'm getting to the point where I am just swamped all the time. And I'm getting to the point where my cell phone dings and my left eye starts switching. Like, so I need help. And Zach is going to help me with that. Like, what can we delegate? What can we do to speed up the process? Like, my house has been a giant freaking disaster for a year. It has not been clean. It is not. It's a disaster, because Zach's known that we've had to sacrifice a lot of our time so that I could build this business, and that's okay. So we just need to, like, I sacrifice cleaning, right? I clean. Like, my house isn't, like, disgusting, but, like, I don't put a lot of my emphasis into that. Like, I'm not going to go do the laundry in the middle of the day when I can be doing this. And then, again, utilize your upline coach to help you. Everybody, you have an upline coach. Please use your upline coach. They should be they're not the first person you go to. FAQ is the first person you go to. Google, and then use your upline, or the team page, and then use your upline coach. We want to be able to be independent people, and that's going to require us really stepping outside of our box and making sure that our teams know, like, how to, like, get a hold of us, and make sure that they're going through the process of using the FAQ. Because, guys, take it from me, the moment you guys let, like, everybody just constantly message you and talk to you, like, you'll get swarmed in it, you know? And, like, whenever you gets to the point where, like, you're getting 30, 50 messages a day, you want to make sure that you're in some sort, and then it's going to happen to every single one of you. And once you get to that point, you're going to want to be organized. Okay, went over that. Okay, so last but not least, what Team Simply Beautiful is going to be focusing on in 2017. I'm excited about this. Okay, so like I said, I was sitting in bed and I was sick, and I was like, oh, I really need to think about, like, what I want to do differently and what I want to put an emphasis on next year, because for me to make all my goals happen, I need to help you guys achieve yours. And I want you guys to help your coaches achieve theirs, and then their coaches achieve theirs. Like, this needs to be something that's becoming a giant system of number one, duplication. Our goal in 2017 is to create duplication. And this is going to come with creating a Success Club culture. I think that our team already does very well at this. We understand Success Club is important. If you are not aware how important Success Club is, it's very important. That's how you build your business. And we have the bell on our page. We do, in my personally sponsored page, I shout them out for All-Star. I shout them out for where they are. I do we're starting to do Featured Leader Friday. We're talking about, like, what do we do? What else? What do I post on Thursdays? What's that thing? Oh my God. Brain freeze. When I it's like a cute little thing where I shout them out for how many people they helped on their page. Oh my God. What's it called?
Like how many lives we've changed?
Oh, the Life Changers Club. That's it. So I have a Life Changers Club. So, like, all that stuff that I use, like, you guys can use with your teams too, right? So, like, it's just really putting an emphasis on Success Club and the amount of people we help. We also have a transformation album in our team page. A lot of people are asking about that. We need to keep adding our transformations from every program in there so that we can all use each other's transformations to share, to talk about. We want to even get our customers in there, just showing the amount of lives that we're helping every single month. We're going to put a huge emphasis on leveling up emeralds because a lot of people they hit emerald, and one mistake that I made in 2015 was that it was like the moment they hit emerald, I was like, let's talk about diamond. And instead of that, I really want to put a huge emphasis on helping coaches build strong accounts, right? So that's going to come with basically just continuing to build slowly. So you have 1 on each side, focusing on the 2 on each side, 3 on each side, 4 on each side, then really progressing into diamond. I'll be putting a huge emphasis on teaching my coaches how to coach. I began a thing called the Leadership Roundtable, which is going to be for diamonds and above. Those coaches in that group are going to get exclusive training so that way they can help their teams grow too. You all will be getting access to things like that, but your goal, guys, is to get in that group so that way you guys can be a part of this because they're going to be learning a lot. They're going to be learning a lot they can pass on. It's a huge goal of mine to make sure that we know how to coach our coaches. And that comes with a lot of personal development. The next one was customer over discount coach. This is something that's going to be a little bit different this year because we're so focused on hitting ranks and stuff like that. And that's great. But we do want to make sure that, again, we're doing this for the right reasons. We're not doing this because we're not rank advancing because we just need to rank advance. We're really genuinely trying to help people. So not really putting as much of an emphasis on discount coach, but getting people started as customers and then converting them over to discount coach when they become obsessed with it, because they will if we do our jobs correctly, which is the next step, getting challengers results and what to do behind the scenes. How many of us can really say we're doing everything we possibly can to do whatever we can to get our challengers results? Are we talking to them behind the scenes? Are we sending voice messages? Are we doing weekly newsletters? Are we checking in with them? We need to be making sure we're doing those things. And we're going to talk about ways, again, this is not me teaching this. This is ways we're all going to brainstorm and figure out better ways to help our challengers. Which brings us to the next one, which is running kick-ass challenge groups. How can we change these challenge groups and make them better so that people don't want to quit? And then the last thing I have on here is properly introducing the business opportunity. So the biggest thing is a lot of coaches will put a big emphasis on I want a new coach, I want a new coach. But my best coaches are the coaches that I would say my leaders on the team are the ones that have came into this and believed in the products first. They came in here, they got a transformation, they loved this stuff, and they wanted to pay it forward. So knowing when to properly introduce that business opportunity so we can make sure that they're believers and they will shout it from the rooftops. And then a couple more things. One second. The leadership ladder culture. I mentioned this briefly. This is something we'll be talking a lot about in 2017. So FAQ it now. Start getting yourself familiar with it because this is really going to help us build really strong businesses next year. Bringing on new coaches and mentoring them closely. I offer a mentorship program, which I'll be talking about in a second, for my personally sponsored coaches. But really bringing these coaches on so that way we can mentor them closely and we can help them get launched right. There will be a new elite mentorship kicking off next year where we're literally revamping the entire thing. And I'll be talking about that more in the coming weeks. Next level trainings for diamonds and above. I talked about that. We have the Leadership Roundtable. The next thing we'll be focusing on is finding lifers. So finding those people that no matter what, love the product so much that they're never going to leave. And I'm a lifer. And I know that a lot of you on here, I can confidently say are lifers because you love this stuff, right? But I want a team full of lifers. I want people that aren't even second guessing it because they love these products so much. I was asked this question, and this is when it all came full circle for me. If my business was taken away from me tomorrow, everything was gone, would I still use Beachbody's products? Would I still drink Shakeology? And I would, 150%, because I'm a believer. I believe in our products. I believe in Shakeology. And those are the kind of people that I want on my team that believe that too. And we're going to be putting a huge focus on accountability, making sure people are actually doing what they say they're going to do, which is if they're setting those big goals, that they're actually taking the steps to make it happen. A couple things to know about 2017. My call schedule for my PS coaches is changing. Diamond coaches and above will now have bi-weekly meetings. And then new coaches and emeralds pushing for diamond will have weekly mentoring offered to them. So diamond coaches is not that I don't love you anymore. It's just time for us to boo. It's time for us to spread our wings and fly a little more. I have a feeling that you guys are going to be on a lot of calls this year too. So diamond coaches and above are also in the leadership roundtable, and they will meet at 7:30 on Wednesdays, which I think is pretty cool. We'll play this for mastermind. Team calls will be the same. And the one thing that I'm excited about is team calls. Our calls, one-on-one calls, are only going to be offered 1 day a week. So I'm going to be condensing them all to 1 day, except for the weeks that diamonds and above get calls. There'll be 2 days, 2 separate days. So I'll let you guys know what those are. That'll be changing on the first of the month. But they will be, for those of you that are thinking about it already, they will be nights. So they're going to be running from about probably 5:36 to 9 p.m. That way, I know that a lot of you are working, and that way you guys can get on there. I highly recommend that if you guys are doing this for your teams too. It's also time to begin applying for 2017 mentoring. And again, this is something that I'm encouraging you to do for your teams also. For my PS coaches, after this call, I'm going to be posting a link in our personally sponsored page. Diamonds, you already received yours, but everybody else, fill out the other one that's going to be in the PS page. And then if you want to do mentoring, which is it's weekly or bi-weekly, and I help you set these goals that we talked about to achieve this. Guys, the coaches that took part in this year are the diamond coaches on our team. If you want to be a part of this is a serious thing, and I don't want to sound like a hard ass, but I look for people that are ready to run and are ready to do this thing, and that are going to come onto the call and they're going to accomplish their goals. It's not going to be one of those things where we set goals and we get on the next week and then no one accomplished the goals. I won't do that. That's a waste of my time, and that's a waste of your time. Rachel, I'm actually encouraging my coaches to run this for their teams too. So I personally can't. I just don't have the time to do it for my non-PS coaches. But that was my next point, is do this for your teams too, because we want to create that duplication. And my diamond coaches have been through this. They know how to run these things. Something I would love for you guys to do is I would love for you guys to do videos. Okay, so I recorded a video of myself. We'll talk more about this. This time last year, where I said I talked to myself in 2017 and basically told myself all I accomplished. And once you guys figure out your goals, I highly recommend that you get on your Zoom, record a video of yourself saying what you've accomplished, and then don't look at it for an entire year. I literally have not looked at the video that I recorded this time last year yet, and I can't wait to watch it on January 1st. It's so awesome. And last things that we need to know. Coming up, no call next Wednesday due to a lot of traveling and Christmas. I will be doing one-on-ones for my personally sponsored coaches only Monday through Wednesday. People in the elite push group, we'll kind of play that by ear depending on what it's like next week, but I'm pretty sure we're pretty good. We're doing a team holiday virtual party on December 28th at 8 p.m. So it's not going to be really instructional like this one, which is why I want to get the goals one out of the way now. Everybody come with a glass or bottle, if you're Rebecca, of champagne, and just come on with a memory of this year, like a win, and how excited you are to be. And just tell us what you love about this team and where you're wanting to go. It's just a time for us all to kind of come together and just reflect on our year. Team Simply Beautiful will officially be elite on December 29th. So it's another thing to celebrate on that party. Super Saturday is on January 7th. Find yours. I think Pittsburgh, yours is on a Friday. But everybody try to get to that. You're going to find out where the 2018 Success Club trip will be, as well as a lot of other announcements. I think Carl is coming to multiple. Carl's coming to mine. So if anybody is in my area, feel free to come. And last thing coming up is Team Simply Beautiful's Diamond Retreat announcement, and how to qualify will be coming very soon. So we'll be having our first Diamond Retreat in 2017. And I have been talking to people about the house and all this stuff, and I'm hoping to lock in some details soon, and I'll tell people how to qualify for that. So, all right, I'm out of breath. Everybody feel good? Everybody ready to set some awesome goals for 2017? I will post, when I post this recording, I'll post the slides that I just had underneath of it, as well as like my monthly breakdown, so you guys can see how I broke down a month. So you guys can do that for your goals too. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm sad I'm not going to see you guys next week, so I really hope you have a very Merry Christmas with your families. Soak it all in, and remember that what the season's all about, being with family, the man upstairs, and really celebrating the people that you appreciate in your life. So Merry Christmas to all of you guys, and really bust your butts over the next couple weeks. This month is not anywhere near over. Those of you in the $200 in a week training, I have been paying attention. I read every single comment. It takes me a while responding to every single comment. I see the effort everybody's putting into it. And those that are being consistent, like, thank you. Thank you for doing that. That really means a lot to me, to see that you're really taking it seriously. But basically, guys, like, let's finish out this month strong. Right now is the most important time to be building those connections and adding people to our network and really getting ourselves out there, because come the day after Christmas, people are ready to get ready for New Year's resolutions. So right now is the perfect time to get the ball rolling. So really proud of you guys for everything that you've accomplished thus far. We have a really big celebration in 2 weeks. But like I said, no call next Wednesday. And I will see you guys soon, okay? Let me know if you need anything. Have a good night.